I'm Tory Hornsby, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm the General Manager of Dealership University. I write a regular column in Power Sports Business, and I perform live training seminars for dealerships, OEMs, and manufacturers all across the country. Whether you're a seasoned veteran that's sharpening your saw, or if you're just getting started in the power sports industry, I'd like to welcome you to our Quick Start Sales Training Program, where we will focus on learning the skills required to sell more units, make more money, and have more fun. Over the next 2 weeks, we'll be covering an acronym called SWAP, which stands for Selling Skills, Work Habits, Attitude, Product Knowledge, and Phone Skills. If you do not have your participant workbook, grab it now so that you can take notes in the lesson guide section. As the infamous Lee Iacocca said, the discipline of writing something down is the first step towards making it happen. Besides, there's going to be a quiz at the end of each lesson and a final exam at the end of this course. And I'll give you a hint. All are open book. And by passing your final exam, you will earn your Quick Start Certificate of Achievement. Also, be sure you're checking your email for your daily assignments. And don't forget that your quick quiz scores are going to be reviewed on a daily basis to ensure that your assignments are being completed on time. Keep in mind that each lesson is only 4 to 5 minutes long and can be accessed online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Did you know that the early 1940s marked the beginning of information science? Because of World War II, there was an immediate need for the training of thousands of military personnel. To address this need, the government created and distributed training films and other instructional tools. Then, in 1946, the famous educator Edgar Dell developed the Cone of Experience, which is also known as the Cone of Learning. The purpose of the cone was to provide a visual example of various teaching levels and materials. Let's take a closer look at Edgar Dell's Cone of Experience. At the bottom of the cone, you can see that we retain 10% of what we read, 20% of what we hear, and 30% of what we see. Now, once we get into watching a demonstration and seeing it done, our retention level for what we hear and see goes all the way up to 50%. So, learning by reading, hearing, and seeing is very important because these are some of the most popular ways of training. So now let's take a look at active learning, where information really begins to stick to our ribs. We actually retain 70% of what we say and write. So participating in a discussion, teaching and giving a presentation, and committing things to writing all allow us to significantly increase our retention. And at the top of the pyramid, we can actually retain 90% of what we say and do. Let's take a look at a couple of active learning methods that can be utilized daily to assist you in selling more units, making more money, and having increased customer satisfaction. Number 1, the feature and benefit game. This is a great game to play in your Saturday morning sales meetings, but can also be done in pairs. Get 2 or more of your colleagues together and pick out a specific model. And just to make it interesting, consider having everyone put in $1 into the pot. Begin the game by having the first salesperson say one feature with the corresponding benefit, and then rotate to the next salesperson. Each person must provide a feature and a corresponding benefit within 5 seconds or they're out. And if a feature is given without a corresponding benefit, or the feature has already been mentioned, they're out as well. The last man standing gets the money in the pot. Number 2, role playing. Pair off into groups of 2. One person plays the customer and one person is the salesperson. An important detail to remember when role-playing is that no one acts as the tough or unreasonable customer because that sabotages the purpose of a role-play, which is turning knowledge into skill. Remember the cone of learning. We retain 70% of what we say and 90% of what we say and do by simulating the real experience. Be conscious in your role play to follow your dealership's prescribed sales process from the initial greeting all the way through the sit down and the write up. Then swap it up. Although some role playing may feel awkward at first, keep it loose and make it fun. Speaking of role plays, check this one out. Welcome to DU Power Sports. Are you here for parts or service, or are you just kind of taking a look around some bikes today?
I'm just kind of just kicking some tires, looking at some street bikes today.
Oh, really? Are you looking for something a little more sporty or for something to cruise around town on?
Actually, I'm looking for the new, do you guys have the DU 1800 in stock?
We actually do. That's one of our most popular bikes. By the way, I'm Tory.
Hey, Tory, I'm Rod.
Nice to meet you, Rod. Right over here.
All right.
The entire cone of learning is crucial because we gain our knowledge in the lower half of the cone and we convert that knowledge into skill in the upper half of the cone. Active learning, like the feature and benefit game for product knowledge and role playing for selling skills, are key components to successfully developing your entire sales arsenal. Remember PDR? It stands for practice, drill, and rehearse. By incorporating active learning methods into your daily routine, you can turn your knowledge into skill and sell more units, make more money, and have more satisfied customers. Again, I'm Tory Hornsby, and we're going to have a lot of fun over the next 2 weeks. Call us at 877-242-4472 or email us at quickstart@dealershipuniversity.com if you have any questions. Don't forget to click Next, take the quick quiz, and we'll see you on the next session.